this entire week from inside Mesha Palace. It's a real pleasure to be here. Our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. And the show is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water and Medimosus Garlic Capsules. It's now time for the headlines. Let's see what's on the front pages of the newspapers. So, Daily Graphic, President directs state-owned enterprises to submit accounts. That is the big headline right there on the front page of your Daily Graphic. Ghanaian Times, same story. Submit 2023 reports to SIGA, that's the State Interest and Governance Authority, by May 15. So the clock is ticking. The president is baring his teeth at SOEs and they need to listen. All right, so that's the Ghanaian Times. The Chronicle, Otumfuo says, women can also rule Ghana as Chief of Staff calls for support for affirmative action bill. NDC officially outdoors Professor Nana Jane today. And Freeman Opari lauds Otumfuo for empowering women. Dr. Baumia says, I'll use new model to finance SHS. Those are your headlines, today's Chronicle. The New Crusading Guide, a new financing model for SHS coming up. That's Dr. Baumia speaking. And that seems to be the big headline on the front page. A very busy New Crusading Guide. That's it for this morning. The Daily Dispatch, Ashanti region prepares to celebrate Otumfuo's 25th anniversary. Mahama's aide on why Nana was chosen again as a running mate. And the Chief of Staff calls for presentation of Ashanti culinary tradition, preservation of the beautiful foods that are enjoyed here. And Chief Imam turns 105. That was yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Chief Imam. May Allah bless you. Okay, so those are our headlines. Today, I have been joined by two brand new guests who are delighted to be here with us. On my far left is Specer Tweneboa-Business, who's a business consultant. Specer, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. And sitting next to him is Afia Korankyewaa, who is the president of the Queens National Civil Society Group. Mr. Crunchy and Madam Korankyewaa.
Yeah.
You're not married?
No, please.
Good. For those who are wondering. Let me start with Stephen. So, what's it like to be a business consultant? Are you based here in the Ashanti region?
Yes.
So what's the exciting thing about your job? What do you do?
Okay, so in the business consulting space, I focus on small businesses.
Okay.
And I do a few of large organizations.
Okay.
But for the small businesses, capacity building, training, business plan writing, grant proposals, funding facilitation, and then coaching. On the youth side, so I also play a role of training with some business and technology hubs,
Okay.
where we train people in employability, entrepreneurship, digital skills, and then green business.
What's the greatest challenge for small businesses and the youth?
Right now, if you ask everybody, the first thing they'll mention is money, as in funding.
Yes.
But on my side, I don't see it as the major, the most important. For me, I think that if your idea or your project or business is viable, it will attract the right money.
Okay. So ideas over money.
Yes.
Ideas first.
Ideas first,
And then
all
money.
the time. It should be extremely viable.
Okay.
If it is very viable.
All right.
So currently there's a program we are about starting with National NEIP.
Okay.
Where we are trying to give about $100,000 to startups.
Nice.
Yes, in business in Ashanti region and in some other selected regions
Okay.
in Ghana. So we are recruiting, train them, build their capacity, and then those who are able to prove that their business is innovative and viable,
Yes.
they get some funding.
Okay. Great stuff. Thank you. So free business advice here from Mr. Crunchy is ideas over money. Now, President
Yes,
Afia
sir.
Korankyewaa,
Yes, sir.
tell us about the Queens.
Queens.
What do you do?
It's a ladies group. We normally focus on women, especially the market women,
Okay.
because we realize that there are sometimes the government does not pay much attention on the market women. So we took that opportunity to create some activities so that it will attract the attention of the government to attend to the market women, attend to some of their needs where they sell. And you know, when our market improves, the economy also improves.
Definitely.
Where they sell, where they sit in the sun, they sell. And you know, these market women, some are vulnerable. Some are not even abreast to the political activities. Some are so naive. And we also help the market women to know some of the made in Ghana products that we do in Ghana. Some of them don't read. They just go and buy the product not knowing all these products that they are selling are made in Ghana. For instance, last year we did a chocolate day during Val's Day.
Okay.
And most of our chocolate, during Val's Day, the chocolate that they sell in Ghana, most of them are from China. The red packaging, you see that stuff. But we took it upon ourselves to promote the ones that are made in Ghana.
Okay.
And we also took it upon ourselves to educate the women that under this government, we were able to get this factory that produced this particular product.
All right.
For instance, we have a soya milk called Lanti soya milk. It's made in Ghana.
Fantastic.
But the market women didn't know. So we sent the product to Makola 31st and we educated them how they should patronize the made in Ghana product.
Okay.
And by so doing, I think it will help promote the economy.
Good.
So that at least at the end of the day, Ghana will be stabilized.
Ghana must be stabilized. Just before I come to Spencer. So our colleague Daryl was in Ketia not too long ago speaking to people.
Yeah, I saw.
Yes, so I'm sure you deal with some of the Ketia marketing women as well.
Yeah, we deal with them. Like last 2 years, when they moved the central market people to race course, when they were coming to construct the new built central market, they were stranded. They were frustrated. So we have to solicit for funds to donate some cement and chippings to the market women at race course.
Okay.
And we did it ourselves. We were a small group. We have some in Central Region, Greater Accra, Northern Region, and Ashanti Region too. And again, our main agenda is to target a particular candidate who will focus on market women and women at large.
We love it.
Especially if that candidate has a policy that will empower the women.
Awesome.
So that is our vision, our main vision.
We love it.
That we rally behind that particular candidate.
Yeah.
Because Kwejuagre once said that if we educate a man, we educate an individual.
Indeed.
But if we educate a woman, then you educate the whole nation. Then we wouldn't have a problem. We wouldn't have challenges.
I like
so
the
that
way,
is how
I like the way you're focusing on particular issues and helping people. Thank you so much. You're watching GTV Breakfast. Our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Please join in the conversations. So the front page of the Daily Dispatch today says, Ashanti region prepared to celebrate Otumfuo's 25th anniversary. I'm going to speak to Stephen on this. From your side of things as a business consultant, what are the opportunities that one can get from this particular Silver Jubilee celebration that Otumfuo is marking 25 years on the golden stool?
Yes. So for me, I always say that in any environment, there is a business opportunity. If you have the eye and you have the understanding, you can take advantage of it. Now, for these 25 years, I remember in 1999, at that time, I was just graduating from junior high school when Otumfuo was being installed. Yes, and it's exciting to see that it's already 25 years till now. So my focus is that if you are a business and there's an event like this, okay, that is going on, there are different things that we can do. So tourism for me is one of the most powerful source for this particular event.
I went and saw the sword.
Yes.
At Korankyewaa yesterday.
Yes.
It's the first time I've seen it. Yeah, the sword on the ground.
Yes.
Yes, I went and saw it. For me, that was my tourism thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, it opens the door for a lot of things that we can explore. Ashanti has a lot of traditions, and we believe in a lot of traditions. We have, for me, in my mind, I feel like we have more to show, and we need to be focusing on how to develop some of these opportunities into businesses that people can benefit from. I mean, if you can look at this building and how it has been built in the name of Otumfuo and for celebrating the king. So I think that there's a lot of opportunities. Tourism is one, food is another. Just like it was mentioned, the Ashanti food varies.
Yes.
There are different types of food. It's just that because of the modernity now, people are eating more fried rice, more than some other foods. And the traditional foods, we have certain beliefs around them. Because of that, we don't.
And that's why I was happy that there was a food fair 2 days ago where the Queen Mothers were celebrated. I didn't know, for example, that Apam-Pransa was supposed to be food for witches. So that's the negative thought that people had. And one of the Queen Mothers came to dispel that thought. No, Apam-Pransa is not for witches.
And
not at all.
I thought to yes.
Yeah.
Which is
but
great
of course,
food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nutritious as well. So we need to be able to identify some of it. You see, the point is this: when individuals focus on these things, businesses can turn them around. So if you see the business side of it, you can convince people to change their mind, and then they can consume more. And the business can grow.
Okay.
So there are all these opportunities. Clothing is another.
Yeah.
For me, the traditional clothes that we wear, it's very powerful.
And the foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to see how we can turn some of these things into viable businesses, and then look at how we produce them ourselves instead of always importing from other places.
Great. So for the 25th Jubilee celebration, there are business opportunities, there's tourism opportunities, and things that we can take advantage of. Thank you for those tips. Korankyewaa, so with your target people, the market women, how are they embracing this 25th anniversary?
It's a big market day for them. It's a big what do you call a gaining of funds for them, because each day, each time, people will go and buy. For instance, during the food fair, by all means, they will patronize the market to purchase the food items to come and buy. During any deba, the queen mothers, they will go and buy clothes, kente. And mind you, most of the kente, it tells a story. Each kente has its name.
The symbols of
exactly.
Things, yeah.
And these market women who translate the symbols to the queen mothers before they buy. So in a way, it's promoting the economy so far as Ashanti tradition is concerned. But in all, we have to applaud the king, and we have to thank the king, because he has made Ashanti so attractive to the extent that our market women are happy for the silver jubilee, because at least, if nothing at all, their things are being bought to celebrate all these silver jubilee. Everything is being bought from the market. So in a way, the king is promoting the economy through the tradition of Ashanti. So the market women, I think it is time to catch fish.
Nice. Yes.
It is time to catch fish. It is time for business. And there are a lot of visitors around to witness the silver jubilee. They will buy stuff, they will send it abroad to tell the story of Ashanti. So I think it's a big opportunity for the market women to patronize very well.
And today's a big day too. So Kafui Dey.
Kafui Dey, yeah.
And then there's the Ahoho. This gathering of all the various ethnic groups that are in.
Exactly.
It's happening today, so it's a big deal.
It's a big day, and business will go on. People will buy things. People will showcase different kinds of kente. So Ashanti, we are proud. We are proud of our king. In fact, he has made chieftaincy attractive. You know that people are even trying to buy it.
They want to use money to buy chieftaincy now.
Oh yeah, it's going on.
You should not allow people to buy these
because
things.
of the way the king has made the thing attractive.
Yeah.
It has become something like, if you have it in your house, it's an honor.
Yeah, but he didn't buy it, so they shouldn't buy it.
Yes. So I'm drawing the attention to that.
Yeah.
Because when they come, they feel happy, especially those living in abroad. It's like pride. Pride.
That you are a chief.
Exactly.
They'll call you Nana.
Yeah. So it's all because of such these festivals that brings all those ideas into their head.
Right.
So Ashanti, we have tradition. And people are copying it. Other people are copying it.
As long as you do it positively, we have no problem. But don't bring money into tradition. We don't want that.
We don't want people to come and buy our
No.
We are proud. So market women, I would advise you to take advantage and sell the quality ones.
That's it.
Don't sell the inferior ones. That would be the advice I'll give to them.
Awesome. So taking this opportunity to just also wish our host, who on his invitation, we are here for this event, our breakfast show here in Menshel, a happy Silver Jubilee to Otumfuo Asantehene, set to the second. In the Jubilee Hall, that's named after him. That's where we are right now. WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. And to the next story, which has to do with the Ashanti region where we are. And so the ECG, Electricity Company of Ghana, they are boycotting the Ashanti Regional Minister over the arrest of their general manager. So let me read this story from City News Room. Employees of Ashanti Regional Branch of the Electricity Company of Ghana have announced their intention to hoist red flags in their offices across the nation, to basically, starting today, 24th April, to prompt an apology from the regional minister. The move comes after allegations that the Ashanti Regional Minister, Simon Osei Mensah, played a role in the arrest of the ECG's general manager, Engineer Makriafi Asumini, following a power outage at the Kumasi Technical University. Mr. Asumini was subsequently released on self-recognizance bail. And in an interview with City News, National Vice Chairman of the Senior Staff Association for ECG, Bismarck Adoma, said all meetings with Ashanti Regional Minister will be boycotted unless he apologizes. So they are not really happy with the way they think that he had a role in all of this. Let me start with Afia first. What do you make of this? It's people power.
You know, always I say that there are certain things we shouldn't politicize as a nation. The moment we politicize those factors, it destroys everything, and it crumples the nation. For instance, you know, they have a word called exogenous factors. Those factors, the moment you politicize it, it makes the economy start. It doesn't progress. This ECG issue, it's all boiled down to Dumso. It's all boiled down to Dumso. MPP came to power. We voted for MPP 2016, all because of Dumso. That was the major factor that got Ghanaians angry to queue with stones to vote for MPP, the new government. So as a matter of fact, we shouldn't even be experiencing Dumso at this time, especially in the election year. So talking about the case of ECG, asking somebody to apologize, it's all politics. For all you know, they want to replace him with somebody. So there is a force pushing that agenda. So that thing, I don't want to talk about it so much.
We shouldn't politicize power.
Exactly. The moment you politicize it, all the time, people are looking forward to remove you so that they take over. And it's election year. Some of these things, it will occur since it's election year because there is going to be change of government. So at least one must go, one must come to also reap some. So I'm not surprised that this thing is going on in Ashanti. And you know, Ashanti region it's a heartbeat for MPP.
Stronghold, yes.
A stronghold for MPP. So anything that happens here attracts the government's attention. If they don't attend to it, there will be a disaster for MPP. So all the time, they want to create something. They want to create something to attract the government attention to Ashanti region. So I'm not surprised this thing is happening.
Do you think Dumso is becoming an election issue now?
Is there?
Do you think Dumso is now an election issue?
It's an election issue, a big election issue. And that took MPP to opposition. That was the main thing. NDC to opposition. Because it affected businesses. It affected even our education. And especially health. The saddest side, people were dying. Babies were dying. So if Dumso is back, then they've all failed us. There will be a fight in the government. There will be a fight among the citizens of Ghana. There will be a fight at the workplace, at the ECG workplace. There will be a fight because there is Dumso. They are not managing. And sometimes people say that there is the opposition who are sabotaging the government.
I've heard that too, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's the opposition who are sabotaging. That is why I'm saying that what is happening now, there might be a force behind all this thing that the newspaper. Yes, there might be a force. You see it happening in Ashanti region. And MPP, Ashanti region is a stronghold for MPP. So if they are not able to resolve it, that's why they say they should apologize. It's not easy to apologize, but you have to. Okay. So that it will please the government.
So your advice is for him to just apologize?
Oh, you don't have a choice.
Just go and say, I'm sorry.
Exactly. You will say it. If you don't say it, you are spoiling our vote in Ashanti region. So you have to apologize. Already, people are complaining. People are shouting that there is Dumso. The government is saying there is no Dumso. People are saying bring timetable. The government is saying I won't bring timetable. Because ECG is government, my friend. Because
now you are politicizing it.
No, don't politicize the thing. No, listen. They've politicized the thing. No matter what, they've politicized it. So it is time for us, we Ghanaians, to change our mindset. If we're able to change our pattern of voting, we'll be able to change this politician. There must be a third force. There must be a third force.
If you're Korankyewaa,
I'm going far. Hope I'm not going far.
You're not going far. You're expressing your views, and that's what we want here on the show.
Yes, there must be a third
we
force.
like this kind of
if the third force comes, and he or she is also doing the same thing,
then you get a fourth force.
No, then we know we are doomed as a nation.
No fourth force.
Oh, we know we are doomed. Because the third force have to correct all these mistakes.
What the first and second forces couldn't do.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was the essence of the third force.
Okay.
That would be the essence of the third force.
Okay.
So if the third force is able to correct all these things, why he or she is not going to politicize these exogenous factors, we will be good to go as a nation. Other than that, we should forget about it. Because 8 years NDC, 8 years MPP, we will experience what we experience. It will be the same. The value is the same. So I'm advising Ghanaians to change their mindset and their pattern of vote. It will help all of us.
Says Afia Korankyewaa, president of Queens, the National Civil Society organization, right here on GTV Breakfast. We'll take your messages soon, 055-556-1034. Let me come to Stephen Crunchy. So standoff between ECG workers, Ashanti region, versus the Ashanti regional minister. Bottom line is there are power issues that the consumers really want solved. As a business consultant, how is this whole power thing impacting your work and the business community in this region?
Okay, so she talked about the politics.
Yes, I want to look at the business
talking
side.
about the business
Exactly so.
It's all politics.
It's just if you are.
So I was just listening to some discussion yesterday, and some people were expressing the impact of the doom so on their businesses. There are some people in Takoradi who are spending $15,000 on power every week.
Wow.
On their cold store. There's somebody in Tema who is also spending 20,000 Ghana cedis rather, who is also spending 20,000 Ghana cedis every week on their cold store as well.
20K.
20K every week. Somebody had 3. One was blown. They had to sell the second one. He's now keeping only one. You can imagine the impact on their businesses. You know, we can dance around the issues and talk about, there is doom so, there is no doom so. The government has to respond, the government doesn't have to respond. Somebody should apologize, somebody will not apologize. The reality is that the people are suffering. Businesses are suffering. The more people suffer and the businesses suffer, it affects the entire economy. If somebody is supposed to generate 100 cedis every day, and you through power, they are not able to generate that 100 cedis, you should know that it's going to affect your tax. It's going to affect people's livelihoods because now already the cost of living is so high. And you can imagine that you have to pay additional money to keep your business running. So if you do it for some time and then you realize that it's not going to be sustainable, the best thing is just to either close the business down or lay people off. This gentleman who was giving the example in Kafui Dey, he had 3 business partners. 2 of them have moved to Cote d'Ivoire. They closed their business down.
What was the big reason?
Because of doing so. Yes. Because they are into cold storage system. And for them, it's a big cold storage system. It's not a small one. So if somebody is spending 15,000 cedis a week on it, buying fuel, you can imagine the size of the cold store. So for me, let's not play around the issue and just be making it about politics. And look at the business side and the effect on people and their communities. Because if the citizens have peace of mind, they can. Somebody was giving the example of their room is so hot that they have to sleep in their car with their children.
In their car?
Yes.
With the AC on?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, here's the scary side. Let's assume that somebody sits in the car, lock the windows, turns the AC on. For whatever reason, the AC stops. And the car, the air in the car.
Yes, carbon dioxide.
You can see
you're dying right there.
You wake up one morning and the whole family is dead. And these are some realities that we have to deal with. So let's not make the excuse of, somebody who should blame. I mean, all those things are not factors. The key factor is that we want the solution to the problem.
Would we benefit from some stating of the facts and honesty from Electricity Company of Ghana? They should just tell us what the situation is.
Just yesterday, I was thinking about this. There is nothing like the reality. We know the reality already. If the Minister of Energy says somewhere and says that I'm not bringing your timetable, you should make your own timetable. It's neither here nor there. The reality is that I'm sleeping a light out. The weather is hot already. And now, sometimes you have to open your window. There are some communities in Accra who are complaining about robbery. Every week. People are getting shot. Because of there's no light in their area. Some of them, too, the armed robbers, they think that because if the light is off, it means that you have opened your doors or your windows, so they can easily sneak in and then come and do whatever they want to do. So there is nothing like, we have to say, we know the reality. We are living the reality. If your light has to go off I think a week yesterday, yes. I plugged my laptop somewhere to go and deal with some issue. By the time I came back, the light was off. So I just closed the laptop, went home. I was about to turn the laptop. So as at now, my motherboard is there.
Oh, it was blown.
It's blown. So now I have to go and buy a new laptop. I'm a business consultant. For the past 1 week, 2 days now, I have not touched my laptop.
No.
So if I have a deadline, somebody is giving me some money, and I've not been able to deliver, you think the person will pay me? The person will not pay me. And that's going to affect my business. If I employ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, if I, the one who owns the business, is affected, you can imagine the impact. You can imagine the impact on the businesses that I'm supposed to do some research and advise so that the business can sustain themselves and grow. The impact on them. And then the rippling effect goes on. So the reality is that we are in doing so. We are facing some form of light out somewhere that is affecting everybody or almost everybody in Ghana. So we need to deal with it so that life can go on.
We need to deal with the situation so that life can go on. Words from Stephen Crunchy. Earlier you heard from Afia Korankyewaa right here on our show. This is GTV Breakfast Headlines, brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water and Medimosis Garlic Capsules. Our WhatsApp number is 055 556 1034. We'll take your messages shortly, but I want to jump onto the next story. It's on 2 or 3 of the newspaper front pages. President basically directing state-owned enterprises to submit their reports, their audited reports, financial reports, by May 15th to SIGA, the State Interest and Governance Authority. Let me start with the business consultant first. Are you surprised that the president has to make this call to state-owned enterprises? Shouldn't they be doing this without?
It's a shock.
It's election year, that's right.
I'll come to you soon for the political angle to it. But give me the business side. I mean,
it's a shock. It's a shock. Just this morning, whilst I was on my way here, I was having a conversation with somebody. And I was giving this example, that if you go to communities where there are mining activities, right, we say that those communities are poor. So if one mining company is exporting gold worth $1 billion every year, is the community poor? No.
Good question.
Yes. The community is not poor. It's just that they don't have to turn their resources into the revenue that can take care of them. And then we open our doors for others to come in. Now, for state organizations, they are set up, one, to generate some revenue. And their activities are supposed to be reported on. It's not the president who's supposed to instruct somebody to do it.
At all.
So I usually summarize it this way. In Ghana, the leadership is such that the person who's at the top, instead of focusing on the future, will look down on who is behind them to supervise them.
Isn't it stressful?
And then the other person who is also supposed to look up is also looking behind to supervise the other behind. Because people can't work on their own.
So it's reverse, review thinking,
So
review mirror
we are
thinking,
going back instead of
looking forward.
Yes. This should not be the responsibility of the president. In my mind, I feel like the president should have come to tell us, okay, we have, let's say, 200 state organizations. And we have earned, let's say, $200 million this year. Our goal was to earn this amount.
Yes.
And now, let's look at, okay, how do we close that gap?
So that we are not thinking forward. And it should let Mr. John Bwedu be the one to tell the people to bring their financial report.
And that's why they set up SIGA.
Exactly.
The whole goal of SIGA was for that, to supervise and get them to do the reporting and all that. It shouldn't be the president's responsibility to tell them that he should bring us reports.
He's even giving them a deadline.
I feel, okay, so I suspect a few days ago there were some discussions I had at the presentation by the SNIT CEO.
Yes.
When he gave some accountability in terms of what he has done since he became a CEO of SNIT, and now he's being pushed out. So when he delivered it, some radio stations discussed and then talked about, why can't we do the same for all state organizations? And I suspect that's why the president is now thinking about, okay, then I have to put my foot down and push them so that they can give, because they need to be accountable to us. Whatever they do is for Ghana.
Whatever they do is for Ghana. They need to be accountable to us. We'll get your messages in a short while. But let me hear from Afia, who says, listen, this thing is political.
Oh, isn't it, who are the state organizations?
The organizations controlled by the state.
The state. No, who are the people controlling the state? To the extent that the government have the audacity to order for account, for them to submit. You know, all the time when there is a political election year, the government always try to distract attention from negative trending topic. For instance, this Dumso is a trending issue. It's a worrying issue for businesses and other things. Now the government will sit down. Charlie, come. What should we do? What should we bring up for us to distract the attention of the nation?
Have you been there before? Have you been in government before?
No, I'm talking as a Ghanaian.
You're analyzing
the president said we should be citizens. So normally we talk about things that is worrying the nation.
Exactly.
Submitting accounts or whatsoever. This one should be done long time. Declaring of assets. Even the politicians, have they declared the assets? That should be it. Have they declared their assets up till now? They've not. But now you are calling for audit. Who is in charge of the audit service? Those in charge of the audit service should order them to submit it, not the president. So the president just want to, distract our attention from negative trending issues like Dumso. Like, when are you presenting your running mate? So all these things are political tactics. The agenda settings. It doesn't add up to the economy. It doesn't promote the economy. It doesn't put food on our table.
You said political tactics and agenda settings.
Exactly.
But let me tell you why the president is doing this. President says, so he spoke at the launch of a policy on corporate governance, urging all state-owned enterprises to submit their audited accounts by May 15 this year. He says that not complying with this deadline will negatively impact money that we need from the World Bank.
Has the government signed the anti-bill for LGBTQ?
Not that we know of. No.
Has he?
No.
So there are necessary things that the government has. I'm not saying this one is not necessary. I'm not saying this one is not going to have negative effect on the nation. But they are just drawing our attention from negative trending issue that will affect voting.
But he says,
that is the main thing.
From the president's own mouth, he said it will affect our World Bank financing arrangements.
Oh, there are a lot of things that has affected that we are still in. There are a lot of things. Look at this Dumso. Do you think the magnitude of the negativity that the Dumso is causing is smaller than this other thing that you are talking about? No. This man said that somebody spent like 20,000 on fuel and stuff. So just one person, you know of one person. Do you know other people who are spending much on Dumso just to sustain their businesses? No. So I'm telling you that this is an agenda. This in auditors, they always do it. It doesn't come out, they do it. And even if they do it, at the end of the day, when there is an issue, they have clearing agents. They will clear them. They will clear them because it is politics. Yeah. All these organizations are being headed by political people who have interest in those aspects. So at the end of the day, even if there is an effect somewhere or debt somewhere, they will clear them. We are in the country, we've been seeing clearing agents and stuff. We've been seeing big issue. We've been seeing Galamsey issue where politicians are involved. What happened to them? Nothing. So there are important things, look, the government has to look at so that it will help Ghanaians.
What's the most important issue for you?
For me, Dumso.
Okay.
Yeah. It's destroying a lot of businesses. Listen to what my brother said. Somebody's spending 20,000 on fuel a week. And this government, whatever you are talking about for them to submit, most of the government official politicians, we feed them free. We forward them free. They use car free. We give them free rent. Do you know the amount that goes in it? Do you know the amount? So there are certain things that the government has to attend to stabilize the economy. Because when they were coming, they told us that they will move the country from taxation to production. Are we there yet? That should be the question. Are we there yet? Now, the dollar rate, how much is $1? No, we should be fair to ourselves. They shouldn't just sit down and, plan an agenda just to distract our attention from certain negativity that is going on. There is a judicial by-election. A whole lot of things is going on
Next Tuesday.
And you just want to, chip in something that will distract our attention from important issues that is trending in Ghana, that will help economy. No.
If you says focus on doing so, that's a big issue.
Yeah, you should focus on it. At the end of the day, even if they're able to submit and there is chaos, they will clear them. That is why we have the clearing agent.
You are
Daniel,
watching.
they've taken us for granted for a very long time. Which,
You're watching
in fact,
GTV.
We have to wake up.
Yeah, we are wide awake right here in the Otuvo 82 the second Jubilee Hall, right here in the heart of Menchia, on the invitation of Asante to come to our show here, and we're really loving it. I'm sure you heard those peacocks. They are my friends. I understand their language very much these days. And our messages are coming in on 055-556-1034. Here they come. Good morning to you all, especially if I agree in total with Ifia's take on Dumso. John Indego, reaching us from Timpani. Okay, Trisha says, good morning, Kaf, on your panel. The lady is trying to shift our focus to a third force to deliver us. That is Trisha's view.
No. We have to change our mindset. Because
and she says if it's Alan, then she's fighting a losing battle. Yes? They have nothing to offer us. No, you haven't. You've just talked about third force.
But Shada is there. Shada
is there.
Yeah.
How's Kumasi taking cheddar?
I don't know. Shada is for the youth and the bet people. Those who are into bets. Because he said when he comes, he will, the taxes, and he will bring seed to Kumasi.
So if you're not young,
Shada says he will bring seed to Kumasi. Yeah, it's serious. It's serious.
So if you're not a young person and better at it, you're not interested in cheddar.
Oh no, I'm not interested in Shada.
All right. The real problem with ECGs, we know very well. We don't pay for electricity through illegal connections on the grid. Widespread consumer electricity fraud is what is causing the problem. Where can ECG find the money to pay NEDCO? NDC and MPP don't want to tackle this corruption case. That's a message there from one of our viewers. This is Mananbu. Okay, more messages coming in 055-556-1034. Good morning. Your panel is really real. When the reality is spoken, we must embrace it. She said it all. Afia, Isuman from Akimoda. Thank you so much. Keep them coming in. Good morning. Even though Dumso issue can't be solved in one day, there should be a proper management system to control the situation, says Augustine Frimpong, right here in Osei Krum. Madam Korankyewaa, God bless you for speaking your truth. With more people like you, I believe Ghana will move forward. Jacqueline from Dansuman.
Ghana will rise again.
Yes, the women are coming out. Brother Moses, I like the boldness of that woman, Afia, and her submissions. But she failed to acknowledge the fact that former President Mahama took a bold decision to solve power crisis before leaving office in 2017.
But why did we vote him off?
Afia should therefore not lump NDC together with MPP in the Dumso issue now.
We are discussing general issues.
So we have to change MPP and NDC and go to a different party. I think that will make us better, says Spiri. More messages coming in on 055-556-1034. There must be a third force, even fourth and fifth, but not one led by or including long-running senior members of the MPP or the NDC. We are smart enough. We Ghanaians should still be happy even if that third force too is corrupt, because the distribution of ill-gotten wealth would be democratized, says Kwame from Sejimasi. Thank you so much, Kwame. KG says, I like the way the lady spoke. We Ghanaians need to learn from the Senegalese by changing these two political parties and giving a third force a chance. We are tired of MPP and NDC. They are all one. George in Tema, Community 2. From Benjamin Ejiri in Ablikuma. I want to wish the king of Ashanti Kingdom well. All hail the king, all hail Tumfo, all hail Asantiman. Piao. What does piao mean?
It's not piao.
What is it?
It's piao.
Piao?
Piao.
What does it mean?
It's Ashanti tree. Like,
what does it mean? It's like confirm.
Yes.
I agree.
It's like you have said the truth.
What's the correct pronunciation?
Piao.
Piao. Piao. Can anybody say it? Or it has to be said when Nana is speaking, eh?
Oh, anybody can say it.
You can say it.
Yeah,
So
you
if
can
you
say it to anybody who is making
you
sense.
say anything,
Yeah.
that is something like a reality.
Reality.
You have said the truth.
Yeah.
And then we confirm like you have said it.
Yeah.
Something like, we have
It's a strong version of
Exactly.
yes, we have stamped that you have said
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
A strong version of Ampa.
Say it from him here.
Piao.
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 How do I spell it? How do I spell it?
Piaw.
But I see W's plenty.
He's stretching the thing. Piao.
Piao. I love it. I'm learning and loving it right here in Malaysia. So thank you. Piao. Yes. Yes. Both of you. Piao. You guys are great. All right. God bless Otu. This is Isaac Dunu watching us live from Malawi in Southern Africa. God bless you so much for your good work. I'm feeling like I am home. Thank you. We are really glad. We thank Asantene for giving us the opportunity to be here. And somebody is saying happy birthday to his sweet sister, Mrs. Abigail Dede Abiu, who is a nurse at Takrady European Hospital. May the good Lord protect her and give her more wisdom to do his work, good health and happiness. From Jimmy Ebo Grant at Sawmill in Takrady. More messages. You are loving the show. This is Anxious from Ashaiman, watching live. Bringing the seed to Kumasi, he's really confused about that. I like the lady. She's honest, non-partisan, and historic. Says Ibn Malik. Our mom is very bold. God bless you. These are the people that we want. Good morning to you. What a beautiful show you're having today. God bless you all, and God save the motherland. Says Zamana King. 055-556-1034. Let's just probably end on a little political note. So today, in Accra, the NDC outdoor their running mate. Yeah. And word on the street is that Dr. Bawumia will also be outdoor his running mate pretty soon. Is it true? Do you know?
Yeah, next 2 weeks or so.
Next 2 weeks?
Yes, that's the rumor going on.
They don't have a running mate.
Who are the front runners? You analyze?
Napo.
Napo is the MP for Mensha, right?
For Mensha.
This place?
Yeah, yes. We have Mensha North and Mensha South.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the energy minister?
Yes, energy minister.
Okay. He's one of them?
One of them, that's what we've heard. You know, the social media guys are promoting him. And even sometimes they say congratulations.
How do you know that? How do you know the social media people are promoting him?
Oh, I'm on Facebook. I'm on social media. I'm digital. Digitalization. Exactly. So when you go there, you see them promoting. Sometimes they even confuse you by saying congratulations, as if he's been appointed already.
Oh, okay.
You know that. Then we have Educhum, who is the energy minister and MP for Bosomtwe.
Education minister.
Exactly, education minister and MP for Bosomtwe. Then I've heard of Tweneboa-Business, the chief of staff. I've also heard of the Pentecost man.
Onyina
Pokunyina.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Do you think that he will seriously be considered? A churchman?
No, I don't know.
Would you be surprised?
But maybe.
Would you be surprised?
I will not be surprised in the sense that he made a post trying to psyche the mind of Ghanaians. Opokunyina made a post. And the post was like, we've come to serve, he's trying to psyche the Ghanaians towards that agenda.
That's your reading of it.
Yeah, that is what he meant. But I'm a Pentecost girl, and I will not advise him to enter into politics. No. It's a calculation that I think they've done. That Pentecost people are many. Yeah, the churches are many. Even in the villages, that is the first building you will see in every village. Pentecost church. So they are many. So if they've chosen a Muslim as a presidential candidate, at least they have to blend it. I think that is how they plan the thing. But I don't think it's a good advice for Opokunyina. He should enjoy his retirement in Pentecost. He should enjoy that. Then I've also heard of Brian Champon. To the extent that a Greek minister, to the extent that they want to force Brian on offensive people. Yeah. That it's like at the end of the day, they have to choose a candidate from Ashanti region.
But is Brian from Ashanti region?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Me, I don't know.
But he's MP for him. Is he
yes, Eastern region. So if they are not smart, so they have to, call a way, find a way to impose Brian on Ashanti people that he's from Ashanti, offensive. And I've heard some offensive people saying they don't know him.
Okay. Your ear is really on the ground.
Oh, yeah, because
she understands the politics.
I have to. Yeah. So right now, it's these people. But at least Napo is on top. And Napo and Educhum, there is some kind of rivalry between the two of them. So some people are saying if they choose Napo, Educhum people will not campaign. If they choose Educhum, Napo people will not campaign. So they have to resolve that rivalry issue before they can appoint. And I think that's the reason why it has kept so long.
Just as the president swerved a lot of people and brought in Dr. Bawumia, do you think it is likely that Dr. Bawumia can also swerve a lot of people and bring somebody that nobody is thinking about?
It's also possible.
Dr. Whom is he going to swerve?
No, he's saying that. So
the president picked
nobody knew that he was going to pick Dr. Bawumia.
People knew it.
2008.
Within the party, yes.
Within the party, they knew it.
The general public,
but the general
public, no. Yes. But all mechanization and all schemes, show it that the president wants Bawumia.
Okay. Back then,
everything.
2006.
Exactly. Do you know why the MC's appointment delayed?
Yeah.
You don't know why. People were asked to declare for him before they give you that appointment.
I'm talking about the first time when Dr. Bawumia was chosen as
a president. That one, it wasn't clear. No, it wasn't clear. No, that one,
nobody knew.
It was premature.
So do you think that Dr. Bawumia can also just confound
But
everybody?
it's not Dr. Bawumia who is going to choose the running mate.
Who chooses the running mate?
Oh, come on. It's not Dr. Bawumia.
They are kingmakers.
They are kingmakers of the party.
Yes.
Dr. Bawumia do not have that locus to choose a running mate for the party. They are kingmakers. They are founding members. They are council of elders.
Tradition, you know.
The tradition is there. And the president himself. And they are Chin people.
You are a fool analyst.
She understands the politics.
No, they are Chin people. They brought you. You get what I'm saying? And there is a Japadia book that they have to accomplish. If you are a real Ghanaian and you know what is going on, you will realize that there is a trend that MPP is taking. If you are not smart, you wouldn't realize that. So Dr. Bawumia do not have the upper hand to appoint the running. They have to appoint for him.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So that is why this running, and you know, in the beginning we heard the late John Kumen's name. Yeah. May he so rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, he was my MP, Ejoso, and his name was among the list. And we don't know why all of a sudden, only God knows.
Only God knows. Mr. Crunchy, your final word on these political... how does it affect you business people? I mean, does it affect you when a running mate is chosen? in
Ghanaian politics, those things do not really affect. In other developed economies, yes.
Okay.
But the point is that sometimes, you know, we feel like some leadership do not have effect on some things, but indirectly they do. There are some people that when you pick them, their focus is completely different from what the other person is also thinking about. And because of that, there can be some issues. Just imagine how when Nanado was campaigning with Bawumia, the kinds of promises and the things they told us and what is happening now. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Because the economic wizard and all kinds of ways were used to describe him. But when they came to power, he's saying that he's a mate. Now he wants the seat. Okay, so if you're a mate and then you couldn't help, now if you give you the seat, can you help? Well, only
God can tell.
Yes.
Will you give your car to a mate? The same driver.
I don't own a trotro.
You don't own a
private.
No, but will you give your car to a driver who was frauding you to the same driver's mate? Will you? Be honest to yourself.
Let me ask you.
Let me
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about the woman who the NDC has chosen to be the running mate to, and this is my last question, to President Mahama. What does she add to the ticket?
Is it my turn?
Yes, briefly.
Okay.
About a minute.
I'm a woman. I will support women empowerment. And I love everything about Nana. It's time for women to also rule. It's time for our leaders to show the women the way in the political atmosphere.
Right.
So NDC setting the example, choosing Nana, I think it's encouraging we the women, especially those of us who want to enter into politics. It's a kind of motivation and inspiration to the women in politics. But come to think of it, the age of Nana, that is my problem. That is the only problem. Because looking at MPP has only 4 years to rule per constitution.
And
so,
if
they should win, they have only 4 years to rule. Does that mean that are they now going to market another candidate? How old is Nana? Because Nana if they should win, Nana is going to be the vice president. So in this case, it will be better for her to succeed Mahama, because automatically they've marketed her already. But the question is age on her side? Because we have an aged president, and we can see what is going on. We have a president who is 80 years. Alain Nana is 75 going. So 4 years, Nana is getting to 80. And will it be appropriate for the party? So in this case, they have to market a new candidate, which when will Ghanaian accept that?
Well, it's all speculation. At the end, you have to win the election first.
Yes, so that is why they should win. So we have to calculate ahead.
Oh, indeed. Thank you very much.
So in a normal sense, they They should have chosen a younger, but I'm in it for women empowerment.
And they are launching. She's being unveiled today.
So I wish her well. I wish you
well too.
And today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's why I'm in white.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Afia.
Happy birthday to you.
Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Birthday girl, Afia Korankyewaa, president of the Queens. This is a national civil society organization focusing on women. And thank you so much for your insights. Stephen Specer Tweneboa-Business is a business consultant, and he has given you some tips on how to succeed in business, ideas over money. Thank you so much. I'm going to end with just a couple of messages, and then we go to the next conversation. Kaf, I have one important issue to discuss. Can you give me an opportunity to do so? You are in Mamponting. Okay, we can talk later. No problem. I am Nana Ansa Sasreku, watching live from Asukwa, and you are sending happy birthday greetings to Francisca Portia, a J of the Hope Exchange Hospital, Santasi, praying for all the great things for her. Issues are bigger than MPP and NDC. We can't continue to be partisan. Instead, we should be patriotic. Thank you so much. Sami says he's praising the government for their projects. Good morning, CAF. NDC and JDM have nothing better to offer. You think we should give DMB the chance? That's Pacific from Adam. And you're just basically in love with our panel, and we thank our producers for bringing them here to have the conversations with us here on GTV Breakfast. This is live from the Otumfuo Asante Hene Osei Tutu II's Jubilee Hall, 25th anniversary of his reign on the Golden Stool. Show is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water and Medimosis Garlic Capsules. If you are crashing on our set, we're also crashing on our set. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
and no, that's not the Golden Stool there. It's a replica. We can't put the Golden Stool here. But thank you so much. There's a conversation coming up next in a short while. Don't go anywhere. It's so beautiful here. I wish I could stay here forever. But we'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back with more conversations. Don't go anywhere.